Welcome back to our channels, Warriors. We are still growing. If you haven't had all the San Diego residents smash that subscribe button, go ahead and have them smash it right now. First and foremost, let me give a shout out to all the patrons. Look, today is January 22nd. If you're a patron member, you get to watch the documentary Grunt on January 2025 when I'm in Beverly Hills premiering in person. So make sure you hit that link in the description below if you want to watch Grunt. Stay tuned for your well-deserved shout out at the end. This episode right here, man, you saw me go like this, making sure that my freaking microphone is at the right setting. Would hate to record and not capture it. Extortion, drugs, and blank dozens arrested in San Diego Mexican Mafia operation. Well, Hector, what do you know about this? Well, number one, I do live in San Diego, Chula Vista to be exact. ESO. And I worked in the prison system where they allege that all these orders came from. You have to understand, there's certain topics I don't talk about for a reason because I'm not trying to get targeted. That's the number one reason. I'm not trying to get targeted, right? I enjoy being able to move around freely without having to look over my shoulder. Do I still look over my shoulder? Well, yeah, I don't even want to get caught slipping like a homeless guy or some shit fucking mollywop me. The suspects took orders from cartel bosses operating in state prison. Right off the top, what is it? Is it cartels or is it Mexican Mafia? Again, I don't utilize names, handles. Again, it's not. If you want, if you want in-depth information on those organizations, there are other YouTube channels that are more than gladly to put that information out there. So off the top, I view government different now, from a different perspective. Let's say there's levels to the game, right? Meaning you're at the bottom, you're a pawn, you're a regular CO, or you're a regular police officer. You're in the trenches. You don't get to see the political, the government, some of it's propaganda. Well, a lot of it's propaganda. Don't get it twisted. You get my drift. So the suspect took orders from cartel bosses operating in state prison. So what are we talking about here? Because those are two separate things. Again, if you need me to clarify it, which you guys probably already know, but you probably want to hear it from me. I come to realize you guys just want to hear my freaking opinion on things. So there are cartels down south in Mexico. I don't know, Sinaloa cartel, CJ&G, Los Zetas, Arellano Felix at one point, El Golfo, all those, right? And then you have your prison gangs, 4 of them to be exact. North, south, black, and white. So then you got the media. Damn, Hector, you're breaking it down for us Crayola style. The media wants to make their story sound the best. Cartel bosses operating in state prison sounds sexy. Sounds alluring. Prayed. So now that you wrote that, right? Now that you wrote that, my little spidey senses are off. Like, okay, you clearly don't know what the F you're talking about. And preyed on businesses owners by forcing mafia-style taxes. Okay, have we seen that before? Yeah, in the movie American Me. When was that, the 90s? We're in 2025. Come on, man. You get toilet paper for free in prison. You put it on the shelf. You guys need to understand what day and age we're in right now. Look at those Cuerno de Chivos. Mine is similar to that, except mine's only airsoft. Only airsoft. Everything I own in this pad and everywhere else is only airsoft. You got, looks like a lieutenant for San Diego PD right there. You got some AR-15s. An expansive San Diego area investigation into a gangs whose tendrils, Jesus, they ain't letting up, huh? Spread into narcotics, which is dope, weapons, dealing, homicides, and extortion led local and federal authorities to arrest dozens of people affiliated with the Mexican Mafia. So affiliated, again, look at me. I'm not choosing a side. I'm not trying to butter anybody up. I'm not trying to downplay crime. But how the hell are you going to write suspects took orders from cartel bosses operating in state prison? That was not accurate. All the way to allegedly affiliated with the Mexican Mafia. So were they You see the contradictions that I'm seeing right off the top? Yeah, Hector, thank you. Put it down to that big 13. Nah, I'm just keeping it how I see it, right? Maybe you don't see it like me. Maybe you're not at my level, and that's fine. Operation Los Impuestos, or the taxes in Spanish, led by San Diego Police Department. If it was so, look at this. Resulted in the areas last week of 39 people believed to be involved in the powerful prison gang. The department cooperated with the DEA, the Bureau of ATF, and the District Attorney's gang unit. Well, what about CDCR? What about the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation and Special Services Unit, SSU, OIG? OIG, the Spencer, they're corrupt too. IGI, Institutional Gang Investigator. IGI, not OIG, Despensa en la tira. Gracias. Eso. Damn, Hector, you do know about what you do be talking about. It's too easy. This is the only thing I was good at. That's not true, my boy. You're good at YouTube, too. I know. Thank you, guys. I'll be here all day. Fucking got a frog in my throat or something. I already had one shot out there this morning. I'm about to have my coffee right now, too. So there's three things that have jumped out to me thus far. If you guys are paying attention. Number one, they said cartel bosses in prison. Well, Hector, are there cartel members in prison? Actual cartel members? Yeah, Los Palillos, right? But they're following that's not their house. No disrespect. That is these people's houses. The top 4 prison gangs' houses. And then the fact that CDCR is not put on here is, I mean, if they're taking orders from inside, don't you think they would have given some credit on the freaking news article? The suspects are largely street gang members who took orders from cartel bosses operating in state prison and preyed on businesses owners by forcing mafia-style taxes. I'm going to go maybe. What's today? I'm going to do you guys a favor because I'm done trying to give COs tips on how to be COs. Nobody wants to listen to me. I'm going to go to Cuatro Milpas today. Cuatro Milpas, if you haven't, go check that out. This is bomb-ass food right there. I'm going to go to Cuatro Milpas. I'm going to enjoy a meal. And while I'm enjoying my meal, I'm going to tell the lady, hey, they be trying to tax you over here. Huh, mijo? They be trying to tax you over here? I'm going to bring you guys journalism like Sean Ryan does. Motherfuckers, I'm going to change up my style in 2025. They be trying to tax you over here, lady. Let me get some barbacoa. I'll take those beans, those rice, and those tortillas, right? You're trying to tax Cuatro Milpas, man. That's crazy, CO. They dealt illegal drugs, including pounds of deadly fentanyl, committed widespread violence. Widespread violence? I don't think San Diego has a problem with widespread violence, right? Again, I'm seeing things for what they are. And trafficked weapons such as ghost guns and AR-15s. Oh, here we go. One of these cases charged as a result of the operation involved the homicide of an 18-year-old National City man, Juan Carlos Porter, in Chicano Park in September. Oh, shit. The suspect, a 15-year-old boy, used an AR-15 supplied by older gang members. Hold on. I think I'm getting to something good here. Something I didn't anticipate. It kind of caught me off guard. The suspects were also involved in drugs and weapons trafficking and were also taxing businesses in San Diego's mid-cities, neighborhoods, and National City. Nasty City. What's up with happening? In one incident, Molotov cocktails were thrown into a business last summer after the business's owners pushed back. Here you go. Del Toro said the orders for the extortion and trafficking schemes were handed down by Ronaldo Ayala, a Mexican Mafia leader from National City. Well, that makes sense. That makes sense now. This article is now making sense to me. Ayala, who has been on death row since 1989, is also accused of offering protection to former Sinaloa. Okay, death row. What happened recently? Now my gears are changing. My gears are changing because now it's making sense. What happened within the last 2 years? Oh, well, Hector, the department has went to hell in a handbasket, and one of those things was letting all death row inmates onto the main lines. Well, good looking out, CDCR. Now that you let this guy, no disrespect, onto the main line, in his head, he probably still thinks it's back in the day, 1989. We don't do that anymore, man. Nah, we've become more sophisticated with the crime. Honestly, no disrespect. I feel kind of sketchy now putting this information out, but I think I see what happened here. All right. Because I was thinking to myself, there's no way they're extorting businesses here in San Diego. That's shit from the movies. That's shit from the movies American Me, man. That's an old day fucking thing. Because the gangs had, what did they say? They had graduated to just, gangs amongst gangs, drug dealers amongst drug dealers, taxing their own. I guess he got these new things called casitas now. Shout out to Renegade Media. I pay attention to his show because I see what is factual and what is not, and I pay attention to that insight, right? I think I see what happened here now. Nah, no mames. This is crazy. When did this take place? This took place, I'm assuming, yeah. This is what I see happen. Not that these guys weren't able to, not that this individual or those individuals were not able to wiggle in San Quentin death row, but it's a lot harder when you're in a box 24 hours a day, right? It's no different than the SHU, Security Housing Unit, Pelican Bay, Corcoran. But when you let these guys out and they now have access to your cell phone, right? And in their head, they still think they're in 1989. No disrespect. Damn, I ain't even trying to get killed right now. I'm just maybe trying to help a big homie out. They don't be doing that shit no more, man. They don't be doing that. We don't be doing that over here no more, man. That's the whole thing. Violence is cool, right? I get it. I understand that, but I'm sweating now because it evolved, man. No disrespect. It evolved. The game evolved, man. The days of just brooding, being a brute, and just knuckling your way through life is... I mean, Saddam Hussein tried it. We went in there and handled business. This episode got weird because I didn't expect to see that name at the bottom of the article. Let me just wrap it up, man. I think I see what's going on here. I don't like it. Shout out to everyone, no disrespect. In my experience, damn, Hector, you shaking, little bitch? Motherfuckers. In my experience, man, when it comes to prison gang leaders in prison, in a California prison, thank you very much. While they do have control over the streets, in theory and in practice, they do have control over the streets. They do, right? It's more of influence over the street because they can't control everything and everyone, just like anybody cannot control everything and anyone. Let's say two little gangbangers that just tattoo a 13 on them and they go and they commit a murder. You know damn well that those big homies didn't fucking order that murder because these kids just went off and did it on their own. That's what I'm trying to say. Now, they do have reach. Let's say they want to touch somebody on the outsides. 100% they can touch them. Right? But they're not going to touch cuatro milpas ladies or extort them. This, right? That's old school. Old school tactics, man. Nah, you can't bring back the old school tactics. Plus, law enforcement's way too sophisticated, man. They shut down shop ASAP. You're going to do what? Hell no, let's get the drone up in the air. Hey, run, homie, run. run, homie. There are fucking drones all around you. You ever see the videos in Ukraine? Anyways, point I'm trying to make is, in reality, you have prison gang leaders in prison. Are they worried about what's happening on the streets? It's a form of revenue. Yeah, point one. Number two, they handle prison. Prison gang leaders are invested in prison crime, right? Whether it's selling dope, offing people, right? That's just how I view it, man. That's just how I view it. You want to see a cause and effect? You let out everybody from fucking San Quentin death row, and now you're seeing this on the streets. Do I see that direct correlation? Now I do. Now I do. I didn't expect to see that name at the bottom. Again, no disrespect. Fucking beautiful city, man. Whatever you need. Not whatever you need, Spencer. Yeah, go team. Love you guys with that. Oh, hell no, man. Sometimes I wish tell myself, Hector, why do you do what you do? I don't know. I kept it respectful, man. We ain't extorting people out here. This is San Diego. It's beautiful, man. It's our own people. The fucking sun's out. Oh, it's been cold lately, man. Spencer. Nah, hell nah. That's old school tactics, man. There's other ways, man, there's other ways. So many. You got to turn the pages in the book. With that, this episode was sponsored by. I'm not going to publish this shit. Why? So I can end up at the bottom of the Coronado Bridge with concrete shoes? Oh, no, that's the other mob. That's the Italian mob. John, Alex, this fucking Patreon fucking show was sponsored by the following patrons. John, Alex, Arturo, SJG, Scary Perry, put a work order in. Jolene, Justina, Casas. It is what it is. Third Watch Desert Warrior, James, Luis, Miguel, The Real Chit. Check him out on YouTube. Justin, MC Counselor, John Wick, Abuelita's Journey, Abuelita's Irma. Rodrigo, keep pushing forward. Giant Manhattan Pizza in Anaheim, go check them out. Manuel, Lena, Jeremy, Frank, Roberto, Lilybud209, all you pedophiles pretend to be gangster. 89 made me, you're a long way from Starbucks, homie. Ali, Terry, Ramiro de Leon, The Hound, Miss R, Milkers, Danners on my feet, La Primera Play at your own risk, 209. Chris Lesniak, I don't know, I'm not the regular. Brian the Lone Specialist, Big Shags at Westminster, Pachanga 209, Darlene from Santa Ana, F your mandates, write me up. VSP 80, Sabatino, Earth Blood Operator, Adalberto, Mercenary Mindset, Any Reason I Can't Hold You, Program Time, Carnalito, Treatment Not Time, and Force Fit. On to page number 2, My Outdoor Activity, GG, Vini Todavía Me La Pela. Brother Matt at StateIssueCollection.com. Shut the F up and make it wink. A la verga 760. Miss Rod, G-Ride, Vote News come out. The Prison Psychologist, Fuerte 84. Zeus, Michigan Wolverines. I have an 8-hour chrono. Put me out 6. South, AWOL like Monty. One Bad Yard Battle. Cherokee Cat, Raider 62. L. Eli, Gerardo, Rigo SD. Pelon 1205. Who's doing the pipe? Denise, the real McCoy, not the fake McCoy. JB Smooth, the Pogan a six-pack. CO calls the sergeant. I need to get my KOPs. Ricardo, Maladjusted, Ragtoss 5.0, Carmine the Pitbull, EOP Whisper, F your 602. Viva Mexico Cabrones. Watch out, Brody. Here comes Cody. La Reina, Central Coast Tactical. Winston, El Skid, Hobie Cat, Lead with Love. Albert 12 on the dead homies. LT keeps it 100. Big Uso D. Thank you, bro. J.I. Esquiel, Nova, Linda. On to page number 3, Marius, Robert, Chevelle66. Hey, girl, pop me up so I can give you some OJT. Subscribe to Correctional Officer Diaries on YouTube. And the homie Rags. If you haven't already signed up for that Patreon, make sure you hit that link in the description below. You're definitely missing out. I love you. Keep pushing forward.